Hey guys, happy Flex Friday. You are sitting here with Jen Carrasco, and we are going to answer some amazing questions for you guys. Um, sorry, I'm getting over the bug. So let's start these questions. And our first question goes out to Zach Knock. The question is, how do you hold employees accountable when they lose, misplace equipment, any money amount for a project? My company, Diamond State Technologies, specializes in working with access control, automation, cameras, and security systems. The reason for my question is an employee of mine misplaced a $700 in hardware causing me to reorder the equipment for a loss of $700. When I worked for another alarm company, they docked my pay until the equipment was repaid. This just seems unfair. Our equipment is pretty expensive and docking pay just doesn't sit right with me. Thank you, mentors, for your irreplaceable knowledge, and thank you for making time to answer my question. So in the state of where you live at, I don't believe that you can do that. I know in the state of California, we actually cannot do that. So we cannot take that out of anybody's pay unless it's in their contract that stated and they signed it. I don't know how it works in your state, so you need to check that out. But what we actually do in our electrical company, because this does happen, we lose a lot of tools. Actually, a lot of our ladders, a lot of equipment go missing. So we decided to start having a checklist. And so we have all of our items, and our guys who pull the items from the back, they have to sign off on it. And we make them accountable for that. And with signing off on it, they know that that becomes their property that they need to make sure gets back to the yard the way that it needs to be. And then we have them sign a contract that if for some reason it's not back the way that it's supposed to be, then they have to go purchase another ladder, whatever it may be, or we have to pull that money out of their paycheck until that is paid off. Now, with implementing that structure, we have not had any issues because when people have to sign off on it, they're going to be accountable for it. So, food for thought, but check on your state and make sure that you can do that and make sure that it's in a written contract and they signed it and agreed upon that. The next question is from Lindsay. How do I get my products in front of a corporate client? Description. I own a truffle company and want to get involved in corporate gifting. I am looking to get my product in front of small business owners and corporations to get bulk orders and subscriptions ordered. So, my answer to you is, have you ever, I'm sure you have heard of door knocking, right? A lot of roofers, a lot of contractors, different people like that, they do door knocking. They go after their business. And that is the best way I would say for your company to start expanding is go after these small boutique places that you want to be in. Maybe take a trip, go down for a day, bring your truffles, and actually go in and specifically meet with the owners and talk to them, educate them about your truffles, how you want to offer it. Even bed and breakfasts are great things. Also reach out to spas, reach out to hotels, little boutique hotels. The more you can get your name out there with all these little places, the more you will start getting in that revenue and people placing orders with you. So that is my suggestion. It's always personable. It's always going there. It's introducing yourself. It's introducing the product and educating them about the product. The next question I have is from Corey. Corey says, how can I become better at building relationships with people? So I'm a distributor for a global company in the health and wellness space. We are a part of a direct selling association. We offer independent distributors an entrepreneurial opportunity. I am a distributor for a medical licensed water ionizer, which produces 5 types of pH water and has over 64 uses from eco-friendly cleaning, personal hygiene care, and produces pure, healthy, hydrogen-rich drinking water, which has a significant impact on people's health. We approach this through human-based marketing, where we build relationships with people before we offer a solution for the pain, problem, want, or desire. Very good. We meet people where they are at and ask good questions to try and establish their emotional need for wanting our product or opportunity. I want to become better at building better relationships with people and wondering if there's a resource or practical steps I can take. So your question is, how can you build better relationships with people? I'm going to make a couple different suggestions on this. The first thing is, I'm going to take this from a business standpoint. With a business standpoint in a relationship, when I make a relationship with a client or a business partner, I make sure that I personally reach out to that person versus email and tell them how great it was to meet them. I even follow it up with a phone call. And then about a week to 2 weeks later, I follow it up with a handwritten card to them. The reason why is because now they've had 3 times that they will remember you, right? You get the first email right away. They're going to remember exactly who you are, how your conversation was. The second time, they're going to get a phone call from me. They're going to get a phone call from me. The third time is when I think that maybe they've forgotten who I am in about 14 days, they're actually going to get a handheld written card from me. This is showing what type of person I am. This is actually getting embedded into their mind about who I am, my name, and build the relationship that way. Also, I've always stressed this a lot about social media, making sure you have your top 25 VIP people that you like. Those 25 people, I friend them as my favorite people, and I engage with them and their content as much as I possibly can, because now I am forming a friendship, a relationship with them where they're going to know, like, and trust me and do business with me. Those are the main key factors of making sure you go over and beyond to be their friend, to talk to them about something about themselves. People like to talk about themselves, right? So it's our job to build that relationship on them. That is my advice for you. It has always worked very well in all of my companies. The next question I have is from Joe. How do I offer benefits to my team members when I only have a few? Who do I speak with? I own a home inspection and home watch company. So with our electrical company, we started off very small. We only had 3 people when we first started off in business. And this was about, 3.5, 4 years ago. And we wanted to offer benefits, right? And so what we did is, I don't know what state you're in and I don't know what kind of benefits you guys have, but we actually went out through Kaiser because we're with California. We went through Kaiser and we actually built a little small plan for our company. And as our company grew, we actually hired on another company to actually do all of our onboarding processes. So all of our onboarding processes go through a company, and that company will then put them on the desired plan that they choose to be on. So know that you can start off with a small plan. It's really easy. You can actually reach out to any insurance agency that you have, and they can help you with that. You can even go to Kaiser or Sutter or some other form where they have group plans. But I know for us, the best way to do is go through an insurance company and they built the plan that we needed for our structure of our company at that point because we were smaller. So we only gave a certain percentage for help to our team members. So, the next question I have is from Corey. How can I overcome the fear of starting a conversation with someone? The background on this: I'm in network marketing. I am looking to build relationships with people. I am great interacting one-on-one with people when the conversation is flowing. But when it comes to starting a conversation with a complete stranger, I feel like something's just blocking me. I go through how the conversation will go in my head, and it sounds great. And when it actually comes to start the conversation, I just have this mental block and procrastinate over doing it. What are some ways I can overcome this? So this is a great question. It definitely, so I am an EOS instructor, right? So I deal with a lot of companies. I deal with a lot of leadership. I help a lot of corporations and businesses to thrive and to build their companies. I'm in the middle of actually a lot of turmoil. If you don't know what EOS is, it's from the book Traction. And being an EOS coach, I actually deal with friction when we are at leadership groups. So I have to be the middleman to blend everybody, right? And even going in and speaking, going into large engagements and speaking to people, it's very nerve-wracking, right? And the one thing that I've learned is we're all scared. We're all human, right? We all have that same fear. But you're in network marketing, so you have to market yourself. My suggestion to you is do it with confidence, right? There's many of times that we have to affirm things within ourselves to have that confidence going forward. So when I coach a lot of people that have a really hard time kind of owning who they are and being prominent about that, or I call them power seeds, right? Their power seeds were destroyed a little bit when they were younger. There was the wrong seeds growing in there. And we tend to be a little not confident within ourselves, right? We think a lack of ourselves. And so I do this thing, which is an affirmation. And it's gotten a lot of my clients out of the woodworks for themselves. And it's helped me a lot in situations where I don't feel like I belong where I'm at, right? I feel like these people around me are so much higher than me and I don't belong there. When in fact I do belong in that position. It's my own mind. So I write down every morning affirmations. I do different affirmations. My first 5 affirmations are my physique, right? What do I want to look like? What does Jen feel like when she eats a certain way? What do I look like when I have my clothes on, when I'm going into a leadership session? How do I talk? How do I, what is my body language like? I go through every single detail in my affirmation of what Jennifer is like in that physique, right? Then I do another 5 affirmations of what my business is like, what my future business is like, what I envision myself being, what Jennifer needs to be at that point, right? I want to be at this level. I want to be at a 9-figure level. I want this. Like, you need to be very, very critical to the T of what you want your future self to be. Then I do affirmations about my personal life, right? My boyfriend, how is our relationship like? And I do the affirmations on that. I do the affirmations on my relationship with my son, my granddaughter, any of that is on my mind. I write those affirmations out. The reason why I say this is because after you keep doing this day in and day out, it's just going to start flowing. It's going to come so natural. You're going to own it. You've already envisioned that person in your mind, and that person starts to come into fruition and it all starts aligning. I know this isn't giving you a direct answer, but I'm trying to help you to understand that you need to start working on your affirmations and your power seeds to build your confidence up. When you start building that up, you are going to see a huge improvement in yourself, huge improvement in your business, and your confidence is going to go to a whole different level. So I hope that that really helped you. Okay. So the next question I have is from Quad, and it says, what makes more sense? Targeting one specific field, scaling, then expanding, or slowly the growth process and build systems for all targeted avenues along the way? So I cannot pick how you run your business, right? But I can explain what I feel works best for me. Your background is, I intend to scale my company to operate across many facets of construction. I am new to scaling business, so your experience will be of great assistance. I am unsure whether it is smarter to learn all the avenues I wish to pursue from the start, or start with a direct focus, then expand as we scale. So I'm going to explain something that I think is highly, highly beneficial for you. And I'm going to explain this in two different scenarios. With our electrical company, we started out with the construction side, right? We do service side, but we're mainly construction. In order to get extremely good at the one thing that you're doing, you have to put all of your eggs in one basket in that position and build that out. Because if I try to build the service side and the construction side all together at the same, it's going to be way too much for me. It's going to be overbearing, and it can possibly wring out of control. So with building the construction side, we were able to build that side, get processes and procedures in order to where we can then scale that business, not worry about it so much, and then now start building the service side. So I hope that helps you with your answer. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm giving you in my advice that when you want to build something, you should really make sure that you build that process with all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. Make sure that it's built completely consecutive the way that you wanted it, the processes and procedures in play, all of the information done. Once that's structured, you move on to something else. I'm going to give an example on my skin clinics. When I first came on board, I typically did a certain type of treatment. I excelled at that certain type of treatment. Then I moved on to something else and excelled on that. I didn't come in doing tattoo removal, permanent makeup, facials, fibroblasts. I didn't come in doing everything. I worked on my one trade until I was excellent at it. And then I moved on to other things to add into my services to expand my business, right? So now when you come and see me, I'm an expert at every single thing that I do in my clinics, and same with my girls. We're experts because we each had to get the knowledge in each level first before we expanded. So I hope that makes sense to you. So now with the electrical company growing, it is on its own growing. We have the service side going and growing. So now we are launching out into a solar division, right? So now our next step is to hone in on our solar. So the reason why I say this is because you really have to focus on what your end goal is with that certain thing. Okay, so the next question I have is, how do I go about selling 6 types of earrings online? The background is, after much thought, I decided to order 6 different styles of earrings in bulk and want to sell them online using Shopify. What is the best way to go about this? I think I should focus on marketing strategies mostly, but any help is appreciated. So I am all about organic growth marketing. I feel like you can scale your business a lot of ways if people know you, like you, and trust you. You can build your brand on anything that you would like. I pretty much sell quite a bit of different things, but people trust me, they know me, they like me, they'll buy from me. So with your company, you can definitely do the Facebook ads. You can do a bunch of different ads that go out to the e-commerce. But I am a huge advocate on branding yourself on social media of who you are, explaining your likes, dislikes, explaining who you are, and going over and beyond, wearing your earrings, showing your earrings. The reason why I say that is because as you build your e-commerce and you start building other things that you want on there to sell, you want to be your brand to sell, right? So you want people to know, like, trust you and say, I want what she has. Those are great earrings. They look great on her. I want to purchase them for myself. And then that is how you really organically grow your company. So with that, I hope that it helped you. Happy Friday, you guys. Have an amazing weekend. And again, I am honored and I want to say thank you for letting me come in here, answer any questions that you guys have, help you any way. We've all been there. We've all started. And one day you will be in a leadership role that you will be able to help so many other individuals as well. So with that said, you guys have an amazing weekend. And I will chat soon.